Rated T for Teen.
Are we ready, folks? I hope so. Continuing this Season 7 playthrough tournament aspect here at Wreckest here. Trying lots of new things here. Coming to find out, getting all the VODs over here on the Twitch channel, ported on over to the YouTube channel. Coming very quickly to find out that lots of the music tracks, the original soundtrack that comes from the game itself, happen to block the videos over there on the YouTube channel. So I'm finding it necessary to find new musical selections to be able to use during the Wreckfest Wednesday events here, and hopefully this will work out for the better. We're going to see how this goes anyway. So that is amongst the many things that have been going on in between streams here, as far as to get everything kind of cleaned up for the end of another broadcasting year. Because as far as bringing an end to the 2020, we're going to finish this off on a high note. That is for sure. We're going to bring in 2021 all fresh and new, and all the more reason just to go ahead and clean house. I guess as far as make things even better, I guess, than we had this year. So got the game all loaded up. We're in here. We're going to load up the tournament aspect here. I still have not been able to accomplish beating either the season challenge or the weekly challenge. We got a new weekly challenge too. So the fact that I was not able to accomplish and get at least the bronze in the previous weekly challenge, we got a brand new weekly challenge here. Going to be getting into here in just a moment. So we'll see how that goes. Brand new daily challenges, obviously, of course. Some of them are brand new, not necessarily all of them. Alright, we're going to make sure that this playlist that I got going on here, as far as these new musical selections are going to work for us. So far, they seem to be. So far, I think we're going to be alright. Alright, so this is going to be a little bit of just a fair warning. It's going to be a little bit of a learning process here, I guess, as far as for me to see what musical selections are going to not work. So it's going to probably jump all over the place. I've got several different playlists that are going to be shuffling around just to see. I need to get a feel for what types of musical selections during the streams is going to necessarily trigger copyright claim and or potentially get blocked, I guess, as far as over on the YouTube channel. So we're all well aware, I guess, as far as all the DMCA business that's going on across Twitch and even YouTube for that matter. So it's becoming very, very apparent, and all the more reason those like myself, as far as content creators on either platform, need to be well aware, I guess, as far as what we need to do to not get the VODs for you people to enjoy at your leisure, on demand, even as they call them, videos on demand. We don't want to get those copyright claimed and or blocked, I guess, for you not being able to do so. So it's kind of a little bit of a struggle. A little bit of a struggle anyway, yeah. Okay. Just checking things out. I think that will be good to go there for a little bit. I'm going to get into this weekly challenge here. I'm going to try this one out and see what's going on with it. So we're going to be at the Eagles Peak Motorsport Park. And I'm assuming we got to get... well, this one we need points. So this must allow some wrecking. Yep, wreck as many as you can. So we need to get 4,000. Now, we've seen how difficult this has been. As far as when I was doing it the entire wrong way, I guess, as far as with the season challenge, correct? So we know how hard it is, I guess, to get points. So I'm assuming the fact that this is so low, I guess, as far as the points go, kind of speaks for itself. I think. So fame rewards 1,000. All right, let's load it up and see what we got. If the audios do tend to come out either too loud or too soft, do definitely let me know. I'll adjust those accordingly for anybody those that are coming into the stream and lurking. Appreciate all the lurks there too. Okay. Almost loaded up and getting ready. Wheels all set to go. I do believe we are all systems go. Here goes nothing. Alright, so this is the vehicle they're giving us here. They're giving us a... what is this car? This car... we do have some wrecking involved here, so they got quite a bit of armor on this thing here, if you notice. Alrighty then. 4,116 points is what we need to get, need to surpass to get the bronze. So let's see what we can do here. Yep, there it goes. Okay, cool. Making sure everything's good to go. Alright, so we got 3 minutes to get this done. We already need to reset. Just missed him. We gotta get going here. Lots of points to be made. Oh, I am missing everything. Woo, baby. No F's given. This guy's already out. He's already flaming. We need to get the ones that are next to dead if we can. Stay away from the ones. Well, we don't necessarily need to stay away from the ones that already have a strong hit meter, but definitely get a lot more points if you get the ones that are next to annihilated, like that guy. Yeah, take that, fella. I just jumped right over him. Gotta watch these humps. These humps will put you in a bad way. Gotta use them right. Woo! Missed him. Seem to be evading more than anything. Finish that guy up. It seemed to have given me as many points as I thought it would. Ouch, that hurt. Oh, this guy. Oh, he moved. He despawned, I guess, before I can get to him. Unfortunate. this guy. Oh, yeah, we didn't do too good on that one. Not too good at all. It looks like my playlist has seemed to expired here. So yeah, that's a good warm-up at least anyway. Okay, I wonder why that took so long to... That was weird. Alrighty then. Yeah, so like I said, it's going to be a little bit hit or miss here, I guess, as far as on the auto selections here. I'm trying many different variations, I guess, of musical selections here, I guess, as far as playing the background, I guess, while I'm playing the games here. So hopefully it doesn't cause too much of an issue. Alright, we're going to get right back into this. So that was a good warm-up. Good enough warm-up here. We're going to try this one again. 2789. Definitely want to focus more on the ones that are their hit meters much lower than higher, that's for sure. Here goes nothing. Meat grinder. That's right. Let's grind some meat. Dead meat. Ooh, this guy's on his lid. Oh, he already... I figured that was going to happen. It seems to happen a lot. Try to go for these guys, and they are basically out of the way before I can get to them. Gotta be there when they don't least expect it. Oh man, I think I got a piece of him. I'm getting a little bit of help here, okay. Ah, get some. Where are y'all at? Where are y'all hiding? Reset that. I don't want to spend too much time as far as straightening the car out there. We gotta get Rex to get in here. Less than a minute. Ooh, they gave us quite a few points there. Got a lot of cars basically respawning quite a bit because they've already got top-notch hit meter there, and we're gonna run out of time. Oh, so we're still under that 3,000 threshold there. Yeah, these musical selections are definitely going to be hit or miss here. Alright, that is not what I was expecting there. I wonder why it's needing me to focus on this. Let's go back to this one here. See how this works. I apologize in advance, I guess, as far as any. Let's try this one here. Alrighty then. Keeping everything rolling here on the channel here. Like I said, we are closing out 2020 on a high note here. This will more than likely be one of the very last streams here on the channel. in 2020. I shall be, that's probably good to mention to that too, I probably, more than likely, will be streaming on New Year's Day, post-fact of New Year's Eve. Coming back with some Farming Friday. We did retire ourselves last Friday, I guess, as far as playing any Farming Friday there, but we did have the Discord, the Rock Nation Discord, open up, I guess, for anybody that did want to drop on by there. Didn't necessarily have any takers on that, but that is of no consequence. Always like to keep the Rock Nation Discord wide open, I guess, for anybody to come on in and even if you do just want to chit-chat, find out what's going on in between streams there as well. There's a lot of information that is posted in between streams there, so that's another valuable way to get information, I guess, in between streams on the Rock Nation Discord. So, in fact, let me go ahead and put these out there for you folks. First link in the links there, because as far as the Rock Nation Discord, feel free to drop on in whenever you so choose. Come on and join the mosh pit that is the Rock Nation. We'd be glad to have you. Plenty of channels in here for you to be able to interact with. You don't necessarily have to get in voice. You don't have it. If you have that ability, feel free to do so. I guess if we're in there, come on in and chitty chat it up. That's what it's there for. Alright. So I think this playlist here should hopefully go without fail here. So we'll get back into the business here. We got a trophy to win here. This weekly challenge. Oh my goodness. Ski mode there. Yeah, these hills are something else. You gotta really watch. The hills can really set you in a bad way if you're not careful. We've got a piece of him. Oh, look at this guy all here by himself, and I miss him yet. Get him! Get some. It's just debris up in that. Get him! Yeah, that's a good hit. He had quite a bit of hit points to get supplied to him there, though, but that's okay. We'll take it. Need to reset that business. Everybody's so scattered, it's crazy. Man, we did terrible in this run. Terrible. Going backwards. We're slipping. Jumped right over the dude. Poor strategy on my part, I suppose. Trying to get some last minute wrecks in here. Totally missed that guy too. guess I'm just searching too much, I guess, for the opponents that have a low hit meter. That didn't work out that well at all. We need to do better at that. Alright, I'm going to take a little bit of a break on this one. Let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to get into the season challenge here. I've been able to slowly creep up, I guess, in being able to get that bronze on the season challenge. Still a little bit shy, though. It all basically comes down to you got to get up to the front very, very quickly. So, yeah, so I did not get a bronze from last week's challenge, unfortunately. Weren't able to get that done. It's relatively much the same thing going on for this weekly challenge as it was last week. This one here is really eluding me. I've been able to get up to 228,000. Better part of. We need to get 291, so we're about not quite 70,000 short. But yeah, what it's really all about is get yourself to the front as fast as you can. That's how you get all the points there. Alright, let's slow that one up. It seems easier said than done, I suppose. You get 3 laps going around the Eagle Peaks Motor Park circuit. And that's the best I've been able to get so far. I've been finding that I can get to the front by the last lap. But it seemed to me I almost need to get to the front before the last lap. So if I can do that, I think I'm going to be in pretty good shape, I guess, to be able to get the points that I need to get at minimum a bronze for this event. So we're going to see what we can do here. Alright, so I definitely need to tune this bad boy, so we're going to stiffen this up, give us some better cornering. I do want to go a little bit longer, but I'm going to go a tick down, so otherwise it just makes it too long. We're going to open up the differential, and we're going to put all the braking back here. This gives us all the cornering, and yet the top speed. So let's try this out. Here goes nothing. Can we do it? We're darn sure going to try. I don't know if it would be nearly impossible to get all the way to the front in the first lap. I suppose anything is possible, but it's really tough because you got to get through all of these fillers, and especially starting dead last. It makes it pretty challenging to do so. Yeah, gotta nail the landing. So if we wreck a few cars on our way up there, that's even more. That's even better. But where you get the points is just getting up to the front, increasing that multiplier. We're in 9th place so far on the first lap. Ooh, you got cream. We're up to 6 on the second lap. Bogs down so bad. Doesn't seem to matter what you do with the gears on this thing, it just tends to bog out quite a bit. There's really no happy middle ground there. Oh, damn! That was terrible landing. Terrible landing. Totally destroyed that run. Totally destroyed it. Definitely want to avoid doing that. Yeah, that killed the run. Not gonna be able to make this up in the last lap here. We're gonna dig here a little bit. See if we can't salvage something out of it anyway. Got back up. Oh, dang it! That's the second time I did not nail the landing on that part of the track. Not good. Not good at all. That took us backwards. Chicken Stew ended up winning the race. Why can I not nail that landing right there? That's the same spot. Same spot every time. I'm not even really balls out on that jump either. Yeah. We'll call that a practice run. We'll call that a little bit of a practice run. How about that? Not our best work there. Alright, so let's go ahead and restart that. Keep our setup there. Alright. I'm going right back into it. Check this inside line if you can. Out of my way, fool. Really having to play with the gears just to kind of get some momentum here. Bogs out really bad in the dirt. Oh god. Oh god. Like I said, it does not really seem to matter where you put the gearing on the setup on this thing here. It's either going to be too short a gear, or it just bogs right out. So I'm kind of lost of what to do with the gears. Either way, I always find I'm having to play around with the gears just to get some momentum on the car. Some really quick, fast forward progression here. Second lap, here we go. Oh man, someone just took out a bunch of tires right there. Oh, he's crowding me, crowding me. Crowding me. I'm getting a lot of them crowding me. Oh, so much crowding. We digging though. That's a better landing. Whoa, did I wash up in that corner? Holy crap. Last lap coming up. Look at how it bogs out. Just bogs right out. I couldn't keep it in that one gear because it was pegging out, so I had to shift, but that shift from second to third, it just bogged it right out a lot of times. Oh god, we're getting some help. Oh, we're getting so much help. That killed our run. Whatever run we did have. Come on, baby. Yeah, another good warm-up. I don't know what else to do with the gears. I shouldn't have to shift this much. The second gear just pegs out, and that's even having it longer. I set the gears to longer, and that second gear is just so short. When you shift it to third, look at how it bogs out. I'm dragging something. See, it all just bogs right out. Don't know how to fix that. I'm dragging something. I don't know if that's what's slowing me down. I guess. I think that was because I was dragging something. Probably my tranny. Oh, the transmission, I think, was like, what is up with the playlist here again? Let's go. Are you telling me I got to be focused on this in order for it to play? That's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Alrighty then. We'll get it figured out before too long. Let's see, am I still going here? Making everything's... Showing everything's running smooth here. Okay. We good. We Gucci there for a little bit. Let's go ahead and restart this. I'm going to play around with the gears a little bit more here. So I made it long. If I keep it standard, it just doesn't seem to matter what I do. If I make them short, this kind of takes away from our top speed. 8.4, that's the maximum there. 6.9, but that's really only reading against as far as what the potential is there. It doesn't really consider the track that you're driving on. So if we had more or less like a straight line type of thing, if we were to shift the gears like that, we would definitely be able to get more top speed. But this type of track, with its configuration and the transitions from the dirt to pavement, definitely doesn't work for us there. We're gonna go this way instead of that way. This, I don't know. I gotta try something. Got to try something. Here goes nothing. I just had a loss with this car as far as how to set it up to make up that difference that we've got there to get the bronze in this event. Still doing a lot of shifting. More shifting than it should have to do. That second gear is just so darn short. No matter what range I put it on in the setup. If I could stay in second gear for a little bit longer than what I'm able to, I think it would help a lot. I'm all wrecking on this front. Right by the start finish line. We got up to third though. There we go. There's a plus. That's after the first lap. Oh good, hold on to it. We're in third place. We got the top two right in front of us. Baby. .5. Got up to second place. We got the lead here right in front of us. Last lap. This would be a decent run, but I don't know. We'll probably barely surpass 200,000, I'm thinking. Let's see what we can get here, though. Oh, yeah. That was close. This guy behind me wants his lead back. He's going to make me work for it. Oh, God. Come on. Oh god. Whoa, we're getting some help from behind. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Hold on to it. Oh, we're grinding. Oh god. That was close. We lost quite a little bit there, a little bit of traction. See what we end up with here. 226. Oh, that's going to be better than our best run. 228. Nope. So still 228. All right. That seems to be, I think that's about the same as what I got before there too. Yeah, so we're running right about our average there as far as a little more than 228. Still got that deficit there, so let's go ahead and restart. Pretty close. No cigar. It's just all a matter of getting up there quicker, I think is all what it comes down to. Alrighty then. We're gonna keep at this one a little bit there. It definitely gives me some promise there. I just wish I could figure out something better with these gears. These gears are killing me. Either too short or it's too long. If I keep it here, it's just garbage. Here's garbage. Everywhere on this range here is just garbage. I'm having to do way too much shifting, I guess, either to get away from the bogginess, you know, just the RPMs just get bogged out, or just running out of gear to the point it's just chipping out as far as just hit the rev limiter. This car's got some issues and it needs a lot of fixing, I feel. Okay. I don't know. We'll go back to trying it there. I already know usually what the result is on this one. We're going to... I don't know. Maybe we can get a different result. I don't know. I've tried all the different ranges on the gearing, I guess, on this car here, and it doesn't seem to help it. Some help. Watch the landing. Oh god, we got some help there. Lots of help there. All kinds of help there. That's definitely not the kind of help we need though. Top 10 already. First lap. I feel like we need to be in the top 5 or in the lead by the time we get the first lap. Quite honestly, if we want to have any chance of getting that bronze. Oh, hold on to it. Oh, God. Dang it. Woo. I don't know what's up with that. Just washed way out in that corner. .7 modifier. Man, we're not doing all that hot. We should be up a lot higher than that. Washing out in these corners. Got to correct that problem. Last lap. We're going to dig here. We're going to see what we can't salvage out of this. Not going to be one of our better runs, though. Not better than the 228 we've been getting. Oh, man, did I wash out there. Holy crap. I'm just trying to get all I can out of the car. It's putting me in a very bad way. Such a bad way. Hanging on to a top 10 here. 2.4 multiplier. Yeah, that was definitely not one of our better runs, but kind of see where we're falling here, at least anyway. It's that interaction with the other, you know, with the bots, basically racing against AI. They really make you work for it. That's for darn sure. Let's go ahead and restart this. I'm just really super duper at a loss as far as where I need to put the gearing on this thing, so I don't have to shift so much, but to either peg out on the RPMs in the lower gears and just bogging out in the higher gears. That's super crazy. I just don't know which way to go with it. Need to do something. Okay, so that inside line didn't work for me too well. I'm gonna try up the middle here again. Just kind of bogs out there. Too short. Nail the landing, okay. Bogs out there a little bit. Struggles so bad in second gear there. Just runs out of gear so quickly in second there. It's kind of crazy. Barely moved like a foot and just runs out of gear. Got a little bit of help there. Keep drifting out too far in these corners. I gotta keep it as much on the inside as possible. It's easier said than done because you gotta nail the landing against this first coming off that jump. If you try to steer it towards the inside corner too soon, you're not gonna get. It's just gonna wreck or ruin your landing. So it's kind of a delicate balance there. Last lap. Out of my way. Alright, we got the leader in front of us. I don't know if we're going to catch him or not. We're going to dig here, see if we can't. In this last lap, we got a 4.5 multiplier. That's decent. Really need to have that 5 point, though, before this point. And the landing. Oh, yeah. Chicken stew won it again. Yeah, chicken stew is pretty good here. So we're a little bit under, because as far as our best, 228. We got 217 right there. Just need to get up to the front a bit quicker. Alright, I'm going to give this one a little bit. I'm going to get into the daily challenges here. We got a little bit of warm-up at least on these weekly challenge and season challenge. So let's continue. Even though we didn't get a trophy, working our way up to level 82 as well. That's pretty cool. Let's do some daily challenges here. Oh, we got a double-decker race. We might have to do this one. This ought to be fun. And we're going to be at the Kingston Raceway. This is the oval. With our double-deckers here. Let's load that bad boy up. Get some of these daily challenges out here. I want to feel somewhat accomplished here by getting some of these daily challenges. Daily challenges are not quite as challenging. They are challenges nonetheless, but tend to be a little bit less on a little bit more on the light side and not quite so heavy for being able to get that illustrious trophy. Alright, so double decker, here it comes. Can we tune these or cannot tune these? Alright. It is what it is. We got what we got. Everybody else has got double decker too, so we're all fair game here. We're all playing fair here. Sure. That's what they say. All playing fair. Maybe not. Ooh, man, these things, I forgot how top heavy these things are. You gotta be careful on how you're turning these things. You don't want to put too much momentum in that turn there. You will put these on their side. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Hold on to her. Yeah, little ribbons racing. We're currently in 5th. Holding on to a silver. Nope. You gotta get 3rd place to get silver. My bad. Spoke too soon. Back to 8th. Need to get a 6th to get bronze. Oh god, we need to reset. Oh, we're losing ground. We're losing ground bad. One more spot for bronze. Oh, going backwards. Oh no. Running out of laps. Wow, these things are so tipsy. So tipsy. You gotta dig though. Oh no! Backwards again. Stalemate with this dude in front of me here. Come on, dude. I'm gonna get all hooked up to you there. Break free. Ah, crap. Man, these things are so top heavy. Understandably so. I don't know if we're gonna make this here. Oh my goodness. We're on the last lap. We got a lot of digging to do. We want to get this 6th place here. Already got a winner. Ah, crap. Wow. Reset. Yeah, we're not going to make it in this one. This is going to be a redo. That's unfortunate. These things are so tipsy, though. I got a lot of help in some cases too, so there is that. Okay. Restart. Alrighty then. Moving right along. Try that again, shall we? We got 8 laps here. There's like plenty of laps to be able to get this done. At least in theory. figure out where I went wrong last time here. We want to not make that happen again. Stay up in here in the front. Hold on to it. You gotta really play with the throttle on these things here to keep them from not tipping over anyway. That's the whole idea, I suppose. That's part of the challenge. Oh, let's just say we're hooked on fenders. Get out of my way, dude. Come on. Let me lose ground. I guess I shouldn't be on the outside. I need to stay on the inside if I can, I think. Oh, man. Pushed in that corner. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Definitely got to really work the throttle on this thing. Top 5 so far. Ain't over yet. Oh, just lost that spot. Last lap. This is tough, folks. It's a workout. Fourth, can we get that last spot? No, we're gonna have to settle for bronze. Only needed one more spot to get that silver. Not bad though. Those things are hard to keep from tipping over. They definitely got the physics of that. Developers of this game definitely did nail the physics of that car. We need to continue on that since we did get a bronze on that. Hold on, stream. I'm in the red over in my end here. Hold on to it. I gotta check some things here. Hold on a second. Hold on, I think we might be overheating. We gotta put some engine coolant into it. Oh, we definitely do. Holy crap. Oh, we gotta put some engine coolant in here. Hold on a second. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. For some reason our engine coolant got a little bit low there. We're gonna turn it back on. Give me just a second. Holy crap, we were burning up. Alright, we'll get her cooled down. Let's get her woed up and cooled up here a little bit. Holy mackerel. Not exactly sure why that one shut off. How we ran out, we must have been running so hard we just ran her completely out of coolant there. So we're gonna give that a second to get her cooled down before we can continue here. Continue to monitor that. Holy macro. Yeah, that was nuts. That was probably part of the reason why this. Well, we almost died there. We almost died. I think crisis averted there, though. Crisis is averted. Alright. Okay, I think we're good to go. Let's try this up again here. So we did get the bronze on that daily challenge. You can always redo this if you so choose. It gets the better trophy from a bronze. 2,000 fame to our account there. That goes into our virtual monies there. On to the next daily challenge here. We got another drag car race. They've been keeping it with the drag car, I guess, on the DLC daily challenge here. And we're at the Fire Rock. Oh my goodness, this ought to be... Now we know how difficult and challenging the Fire Rock Raceway can be. We've done plenty of plenty of races on this deal here. Lots of turns, lots of places to screw up. So let's see what we can't get here. I don't think I've ever raced on the Fire Rock Raceway with the drag car here, so we're going to find out how this works out very quickly. So I'm kind of curious to know what everybody's plans are, I guess, for New Year's. What do you plan on doing? You got any festivities going on? For that, do let me know. Feel free to let me know. I will be streaming, more than likely, for New Year's Day for Farming Friday. We did retire ourselves and took a little bit of a break, I guess, as far as to give everybody time just to kind of celebrate the Christmas Day as far as last Friday. But I think for New Year's, we definitely need some good vibes, I guess, coming in for the next New Year. Say goodbye to 2020. We're finishing off on a high note. At least trying to, very hardly. Hopefully we're doing a well enough job here. So we got the drag car here at the Fire Rock Raceway. We do have the ability to tune it if we need to. We're going to try it just the way it is. See what we can't get here. We're starting next to last. 3 laps to try to get a 6th place here. Here goes nothing. We're just going to yeet this thing. I want to try and keep all the fenders on it too, because we need to, the car needs to be able to finish the race. We don't want to wreck ourselves completely out. That would be bad. Yeah, that's a cop car. Makeshift cop car, anyway. Out of my way, fool. We're up to 6. We got bronze. On the first lap, too. Ooh, that last corner. That's tight. That's not the last corner. Look at this guy. He wants a piece of me. You want a piece of me? Come get some there, fella. Oh, yeah. Look at little Rubbins racing there. Ooh, that's the leader. Oh, getting some help. Getting some help. Lots of help. We don't need that kind of help, though. Oh, my goodness, if we lose a lot of spots there. That was nuts. We had the lead. Alright, now we gotta dig, we gotta get back. We got cars wrecking everywhere, as long as it's in my favor. I'm all for it. Ooh, cop car. This thing's got a lot of power on this track. Almost too much power. Too much power, you say? Oh, and just like I said, I think that playlist is kind of all over the place there. Okay, we got bronze back. Oh my goodness, I tried to yeet that sucker. That was bad. I think that's where I lost a lot of positions last time. We're on the last lap. We're going to hold on to this 6th place here if we can. Get this bronze, this daily challenge. Oh, Oh, he wants it back bad. Making me work for it. Oh, yeet! Oh, man. Oh, he took it back. He took it back. Oh, man. It's going to come down to the wire. Oh, he might have me. I think he's got me. Yeah, I'm going to lose it by one spot. Ain't that a son of a gun. By one spot. Whoo, that event's tough. Yeah, let's go back up to this one here. Let's go back up to this one here. There we go. Yeah, I kind of figured this playlist is going to be all over the place. I got many selections here, so if anything, it's going to definitely help me determine whether or not which ones are going to affect the VODs once they get over on the YouTube channel. It's going to be unfortunate. A lot of the playthrough, bringing over to some of the highlights from the channel here over onto the YouTube there are necessarily blocked because of the original soundtrack that comes out in the game here. As solid and as, you know, just awesome that the soundtrack is for Wreckest here, it does necessarily red flag it, I guess, as far as up on for copyright, and in some cases it gets completely blocked as far as being able to be watched at all over on the YouTube. So many of the videos that I've brought over, I guess, over to the YouTube channel, I guess, as far as the highlights off the channel here on Twitch, won't be able to show them over there, unfortunately. So oh yeah, so we did not get a trophy on this event here. We need to do a restart. I don't really think I need to tune it. I just need to drive it better. That's about it. Alright, so we're going to start this one over. Here goes nothing. We're going to yeet this, but try not to quite as hard. I think that put us in a really bad spot, I guess, to finish where we did. So we want to yeet it, but not quite to that extreme that we just did. That first initial run there. This is a little less yeet. Just a mild bit of yeet. Oh, we got him wreck them all over the place as long as it's in. Oh man, that corner. Oh, I lose so many spots what gets in here. Oh my goodness, that's ugly. That is freaking ugly. So it happened again. Put us way in the back. See if we can make this up though. That freaking one corner right there. That's nuts. Holy mackerel. They kind of yeeted it. This is probably as hard as I'm trying to do. Two more spots to get bronze. Oh man, I yeeted it too hard. Alright, got bronze. Alright, that corner's better. Whoa, yeet. Get wrecked, nerd. Oh, man. Oh, God. Back on the track. Oh my goodness, you lose so many spots in one corner. It's nuts. Oh my goodness. Hold on to it. Oh my god, I'm getting so much help getting spun out. Stop, dude. Oh god dang it. Oh my god, you lose so many gosh darn spots in one corner. It's ridiculous. Already on the last lap. This is not looking good. Not looking good. This daily challenge is a freaking hoot, man. Look at this dude. That dude just shoved me right into the wall there. It's unbelievable how many spots you lose in one turn in this event. Wow. Holy mackerel. Whew. I'm just blown away, I guess, by that one. I mean, you go from like 6th to like last in one corner. Because there's all the cars just yeeting it just as hard as you are. Alright, we gotta restart it again. Still don't have the trophy. This one's kicking our butt. A little more. We got to fine tune the yeet, the amount of yeet that we do in this one. You got to yeet it just right. Look at them all just behind it. They're just like pile driving. Holy crap! Not to mention pushing you into the wall. Just pushing in a bad way. Baby. Coming through. I learned my lesson on that corner. Not this time, Copper. We don't need those signs there anyway. How was that little car pushing me? Holy crap. Oh, Copper. Get off my fender. They're really aggressive in this one here too. Need 2 more spots to get bronze. Last lap. There's one. Oh, god dang it. No! Crap. Turn, 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 you son of a biscuit. Oh my god. Freaking bridge anyway. That wrecked me. Man, we had a good run going on there. That was such a good run. Ah, fudge. That ruined it. Come on. Ain't over yet. Gotta eat it. Oh god. Maybe we got it. Maybe we got it. Maybe we got it. Come on. Eat it. Eat it. Oh baby. Wow. Oh, that got me sweating. Holy mackerel, that was a tough challenge. Just to get bronze, nonetheless. Holy cow. Yowza, I need to catch my breath on that one. That was intense. That is probably one of the more intense and challenging daily challenges I think I've ever done. Alright, we gotta definitely continue on that one here so we can save our progress of getting that bronze on that event, that's for darn sure. Okay. Next. So I think, where are we at now? We got 2 bronzes for the daily challenges so far. One for that one we just did, and the double decker. This one, where's the demo event? This is a demolition event. This is at the Fairfield Mud Pit with the El Matador, which is basically just an El Camino, let's just be fair. Let's do some wrecking at the Fairfield Mud Pit. Sounds good. Working our way through all these daily challenges in the Tournament 7 aspect here. Still am trophyless on the weekly challenge and the season challenge for Season 7 here. Pretty tough. Pretty tough. I'm just kind of at a loss for the vehicle that we have to use for the season challenge. Just trying to balance out that gearing on it. Being able to get ourselves all the way to the front as fast as we can so we can get that minimum of a bronze in that event. Alright, so they're giving us the El Matador, as they call it. It's an El Camino. Like I said, we'll just be fair on that. 2,400 points we need to get bronze. 6,000 for gold. Alright, let's do this. This is what Wreckfest is really all about. This is like the bread and butter of Wreckfest is all about. Just coming in here and just no F's given. Oh, we get 4 minutes to do this too. Nice. Gave us a little bit more time on this. Usually it's been 3 minutes lately. Giving us 4 minutes on this event. I'm digging it. I can appreciate it. Yeah, I got a piece of him. Woo, this stuff is slippery. So slippery. Where you going, little guy? He says away from you, that's where. $2,400 we need to get the bronze. Get a little low tap out of that there. Seek and destroy, I guess, as far as trying to get the ones that have a lower hit meter on them. There's one. There we go. Bronze achieved. Alright, let's see if we can get silver. 4,500, I believe it was for the silver. Get some. Still got a couple minutes left yet. Almost a stalemate there. Ooh, just missed that little yellow. You little devil, you slippery little devil, you. A little bit more. Come on. Almost there. Oops. Helps if I shift there. There's the silver. Sweet. Don't know if we got enough time to get the gold. We're going to try, though. Yeah, we're going to try. Ooh, we got a little bit of help there. Reset. Ooh, this stuff. Man, this stuff is so slippery. So slippery. Get some traction. We are so close to gold. So close, so close. I think we're gonna run out of time. Come on, get up. Got a stalemate there. There's the gold. One big hit right at the very end of it there. Solid finish there. Just a little bit over. Got a little bit extra for our efforts there too. Sweet. Gold on that daily challenge. Alright, how we feeling there, folks? I know I'm feeling pretty good right now. Getting that gold on that daily challenge there. Doing a little bit of wrecking and smashing over at the Fire Rock Mud Pit. I believe that was the name of it. It was Fire something anyway. Continue. Definitely want to save our progress for getting the gold on that daily challenge. Working our way to level 82 as well. Extra added bonus. 2,000 fame for our efforts there for getting the gold. Yeehaw. Closing in on another 3 million in fame. Lots of room to be able to buy all kinds of stuff in the virtual store here. To include the battle bus from last season. Didn't have any new vehicles necessarily introduced other than the car for the season challenge, which is part of the Racing Heroes DLC. So we can look back at all the new vehicles that have been introduced since the start of this tournament aspect of Wreckest. Yeah, the fact that it did not include, we didn't have anything radical as far as new vehicles introduced in this season. Like I said, other than the Racing Heroes DLC, I guess they got for this one, which does include the Raven, I believe it's called, as far as that looks just like the 80s version of the NASCAR. It's pretty cool. Let's go back. We might do some custom events, I guess, in there once we get some of these tournament aspects here worked out a little bit. We have a lot of fun as far as doing some customs with the new Racing Heroes DLC they got out for the game here. I don't think it'll... yeah, it's not necessarily going to take us to the DLC store here, since we do have the DLC in our library. It's as far as for... include in our garage. So well, when and if you do not have the DLC while you're in the tournament aspect here, they will allow you to go to the DLC store. If you don't have it, just to kind of encourage you to get it. But I do like that they do have the ability to be able to try it before you buy it type of option there. Pretty solid. Alright, let's go into this one here. So we got a race here at the Tri-Bin with the Road Slayer. Last of the daily challenges here. So we'll load this one up and see what we can get out of this here. And then I think once we do get the minimum of a trophy on this event here, we'll take a look at some custom events. We have a lot of fun, especially at the Eagles Peak and or some of the other round oval circuits, I guess, as far as being able to run the Raven, I believe it is called. Pretty cool. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about tuning this, or at least for now. We're just going to try it out just the way it is, see what we can get out of this. We need to get a 6th place, start 20th, and not necessarily dead last. 6th place to get the bronze. We got 6 laps to try and get this done. Seems easy enough. Man, that doesn't break away, that's for sure. Gotta watch that. Holy mackerel. That dude just shoved me right up the track. Wow, he just hooked right into me there. Shoved me right up the track there. There was no getting out of that one. Holy crap. Oh my god. I don't like how they're hooking to me there. Just kind of dragging me around the track. That's kind of baloney. Yeah, they kind of hook fenders there and they just kind of drag you whatever way they want to take you. That one doesn't give, that's for sure. Wow. This might have to be considered a warm-up, kind of a practice run here, because that's terrible. I did not expect all that much hooking the fenders, I guess, and just dragging you out off the track there. That was crazy. See what we can salvage out of this at least anyway. We're running 20th out of 24. That is horrible. Horrible. Man. Oh man, I got a lot of help getting shoved into that wall. I'm a little bit bitter about this race, that's for sure. I don't necessarily care for all that hooking the fenders. Just sliding you all over where they want to take you in the track. That's how I feel I got in this predicament. Oh my God. How did that little car upset my car? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My car is way bigger than that car. It totally upset my car. I call garbage. Same with this car. Look how much smaller he is. F you, guy. We already got a winner, so I'm basically like almost a lap down. That's crazy. Crazy. I could probably tune this a little bit. I'm gonna adjust the gearing on it just a tad. I think the gearing is maybe a little too tall from being able to get through some of these areas of the track. So we'll go ahead and continue. Yes. Alright, so let's get back to that point. There we go. Alrighty then. Let's tune this a little bit. We're going to shorten the gear up just a tad. Just to be able to get through some of those areas of the track there. Because we got some little whoop-de-doos in there that we're going to get through there. It's not all just cornering. Okay. Yeah, let's try that out this way. Here we go. Let's try this again. Now that we know what's going on with this business, we know better how to tackle this, I suppose. See how you is. I know. I get you now. I get you. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh, easy, easy. let them go after each other. There we go. That's the name of the game. Oh, see how you are. Kind of let them get under me like that. Push me up the track a little bit. Oh, easy, easy. Just got into that wall. Some really aggressive driving here, that's for sure. I can appreciate it. Just gonna know how to deal with it. Oh, God. Oh, we got hooked. We got fenders hooked. Easy, easy, easy. Holding on to a silver so far. Last lap coming up here. Alright, we might maybe get silver out of this. Hell yeah, we get a silver out of that one. That was a much better run. Now we had a better feel, I guess, as far as how that one worked out. Super cool. Alright, definitely want to continue on that for getting the silver on that event. So we've got at least 1 silver, 1 gold, and 2 bronze on all daily challenges here. Super fantastic. We always have the ability to be able to go, we're just a sliver away from surpassing level 82 here as well. Gold trophy and another 2,000 fame. Their count there ever so closely, closing in on that 3 million mark on the fame there. We could spend so much of our fame, I guess, in the virtual store here as we were showing. Not for now, at least, anyway. So we can look at the statistics here for last season. Season 6, which was the Wasteland Wreckers. Yep, so for the time attack... Oh, they are showing those already. So the demolition attack and the time attack for this season already, I did not get a trophy on those weekly challenges. So sad. I did it 10 times on this one, 25 attempts on this one here, and did not get anything. Only 100 fame? Really? I guess they have, that's kind of like pity fame. Guess that's how they consider that. Really cool how they show your entire progress here going all the way back to Season 1. So Season 1, and then you got, this is Season 7 here, yeah. So these are from Season 6 here. Season 5, take that back. Season 5, here's Season 6, which was the Ripper Raids. We were able to get a minimum of bronze in all the Ripper Raids for the big challenge. I did not. Yes, I did get the silver, I guess, for the with the battle bus, the season challenge for last season, Season 6. 67 attempts to get that gold. Got an overall 30,100 fame, I guess, for all of our attempts on that one too. Yep. That was on 12/1. This was on 12/8. Yeah, they put the dates kind of weird on here. Yeah, this is December 8th. This is December 1st. 11/24 on that Ripper Raid. Time attack on I think this one was still Season 6. Nope. These here are Season 7 here. So I did get a bronze for the first week of Season 7 here. The last two weeks, I guess, so we're closing on this, so they'll more than likely be coming up with a new season already, I guess, as far as after the first of the year. That seems to be their pattern on this here with the developers. They kind of tend to come up with a new season, I guess, roughly every month. So that should be coming in within the probably the end of this first week of the new year and or the start of the second. So yeah, looking forward to that so far. They've made this season challenge and the weekly challenges in this season definitely pretty difficult. So looking forward to what they got to offer for next season, that's for sure. I'm going to get into some custom events here. Take a little bit of a break on the weekly challenge and the season challenge here, the tournament aspect here. Might get back into doing it before the end of stream here, but we're closing in a little more than an hour and a half to stream here. Do some chillax custom events here. Let's get out of this and go into those custom events here. I need to check out my garage here first. Let's choose the car that we want here. Let's go with the Raven. We'll go with the Raven, and it's kind of a retro of the Davey Allison scheme. It's just the 28 car of the Texaco Haviland. Same type of deal there, in the likeness of even. That's not what I wanted to do. What are you doing? I thought I already selected that. I did not. Let's make sure we select that one. So we're gonna go with that car and do a custom event. We've already done the Eagles Peak and some of the other ovals there, so we want to do something different here. Let's do some dirt racing. How about some oval racing at the Bloomfield Raceway at the figure 8? Heck yeah, let's do that. We'll do 6 laps. Clear afternoon. We want them to be the same as mine. Not the absolute same as far as the liveries on it, but at least the same type of car. Same as Blair. There we go. We want to have... Oh, shoot, I got to change this too. I did some testing for the weekly challenge last week, so we need to definitely change this up. Let's get all the cars on the track. Banger race. That works. So there it is, folks. There's our event summary there. We're going to do a figure 8, Bloomfield Speedway, Class B Raven. We all have the same type of car. Let's do it. I haven't done any dirt racing. It's some all-out dirt racing, I guess, with the Raven here. So we'll see. Definitely see how this works out here. Got some really cool paint schemes, I guess, for these Ravens. All right. We have not had the need to have to tune this thing at all. It runs pretty solid against this bone stock. Here we go. We're starting 20th out of 24. Here we go. Let's get it. 6 laps. Let's see if we can get to the front. Oh, we already got some getting yeeted off the track. Either you're yeeting yourself or getting yeeted. Man, these berms on this track. Holy mackerel. I should try the dirt oval on this deal here next. That ought to be kind of cool. This is kind of insane here, though. 24 cars are all trying to fight for the same real estate. We made our way up to 6th, though. Surprisingly. Gotta watch that intersection. We got all our fenders on so far. Up to 3rd. A couple laps left. Second. One more spot to get the lead. Heck yeah. Last lap. There's the lead. Oh, get me hold on to it though. That's the question. Oh my goodness. Reset. Oh, lost the lead. Where'd the leader at? Oh, we're losing some spots. Oh my goodness, the chaos. I got the lead. Oh no, baby. Did I get it? Yeah, baby. Whoa, that was nuts. That was super nuts. Woo. Yeah, that was hella fun there. Definitely needed that was a nice little change of pace there. Let's go ahead and continue on that. Wow. I definitely should have gotten us past level 82. Sure did. Gives us a little bit of XP there. That's always a definite bonus. Alright. I'm gonna try just the dirt oval on this thing here. Bloomfield Speedway. We're gonna do the same thing, only on just the oval. Yeah, what did I do there? Select dirt oval. Yes, there we go. Same. So basically same event. Cloudy sunset. No, we want a clear day. Clear day, please. There we go. Let's do it. Do it to it. Load that up. Hope everybody is enjoying the entertainment here. That is Wreckest on the channel. I'm trying to close up 2020, the year 2020, I guess, on a much more positive note. I'm looking forward to 2021 being much better. We're just going to yeet 2020 out of our way. Coming right into 2021 on a really good note. Trying out some new things here on the channel, I guess, as far as background audio ambiance, if you will. And hopefully this does work out better, I guess, as far as being able to bring all of the content over to the YouTube channel without it getting potentially blocked pretty much worldwide. That's the conclusion I've come to with trying to move over all the highlights of the streams here on the Twitch channel over to YouTube. If you haven't already, feel free to check out the YouTube channel, !YT. I'm making some revamps, totally overhauling the YouTube channel there, so feel free to go check out what's over there right now. I got currently quite a bit going on with NASCAR Racing 2003 simulation, as far as track builds and things like that, as well as Farmer Friday stuff. I'm still working on the Wreckest stuff. Sadly, but truly, the fact most of the VODs, I guess, as far as from the Twitch channel here, have been pretty much blocked. All the ones that I try to bring over to that. So as far as to kind of clean them up and being able to get all the copyrighted soundtrack that is the original part of Wreckest is the biggest issue that I'm dealing with there. So as unfortunate as that is there, I am definitely trying to eliminate that from happening further on down the road, as far as bringing the Wreckest broadcasts and the highlights and such over to the YouTube channel. So definitely do feel free to go check out the YouTube channel. If you're liking what you're seeing over there and you want to see more of that, get the notifications for all the new videos coming up on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're hitting the subscribe button over there. Ring that little bell over there so that you can get those notifications for the new content over on the YouTube channel that's coming on. I'm going to put a lot more focus on the YouTube channel. Not as much, so probably trying to balance that out, I guess, between exposure on YouTube as well as Twitch. So not putting more emphasis on the Twitch more than the YouTube. Make that abundantly clear. Trying to balance it out to where I can get just as much exposure on both platforms. And it's thanks to you folks, I guess, for going on over there and checking that out. And if you do like that channel, make sure you're hitting the follow button also on the Twitch channel here. If you're liking what you see here and you want to see more of it, hit the follow button to get notifications when streams are live here as well. Appreciate everybody that does support the channel to any capacity that they do. Also remember that we are in support of Wounded Warrior Project here. Just putting that awareness out there, I guess, as far as to support woundedwarriorproject.org. As far as I know, with some of us, I guess, with all the Christmas spending, as far as like all the gifting that we've had to do through the Christmas holiday, it's very understandable. Might be a little bit short of cash, but if you do got a little bit of jangle to be able to throw at Wounded Warrior Project, do give it consideration. Every little bit counts. No amount is too small. It does not cost very much, I guess, for those folks there over at Wounded Warrior Project, I guess, to support one veteran. Very nominal amount there. It doesn't necessarily cost all that much money, and it not only helps our military personnel across the board, but also their families. So do keep that in consideration if you do have a little bit of extra to be able to throw that way. And thank you so much, I guess, for giving that strong consideration for that as well. This playlist is kind of all over the place, and I apologize for that. We will get all these types of things worked out in the future, moving forward on the channel, to make sure the entertainment that you folks come to expect here on the channel are nice and smooth, solid, and keeping them engines revving. Looking forward to 2021, very much so. Alright, so we're going to get some dirt action going on here in the Raven over at the Bloomfield Speedway, Dirt Oval. Here goes nothing. 20th out of 24th again. Alright, let's get it. Oh, we got a little bit hung up there. Oh, yeah, yeet. We're up to 12. Almost the top 10. We got up. Holy crap. We got up to 4. That's top 5, baby. Not even finding it necessary to have to even adjust this. I can just imagine if I was a tweak on the setup for this car, how much faster it would, how much more. I mean, this is bone stock, folks. Bone stock. Not even touching the setup. Last lap. You can get these last 2 spots. Oh man. Looks like we're gonna have to settle for 3rd place. Not a bad run though. That was super fun. That's some hardcore dirt racing there, folks. Alright. Go ahead and continue on that. So we had a nice mix of cars too. We had some Class A's, B's. I had a Class B. I didn't realize it was going to be a mixed class too. So as far as when I put it when I set it up to be the same as a player, I thought they were all going to be Class Bs. In fact, I had some Class As in there. Kick this dude's butt. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and continue on that. Now, we have done some oval racing as far as pavement racing with the Raven here. And let's go back up to this one here. So I almost feel I want to do, I haven't done a figure 8 on, I was thinking like the Big Valley Raceway with these cars to try that out. So we already did the figure 8 on dirt with the Bloomfield Raceway. If we have done a figure 8, I guess, with this vehicle, I don't remember. So I'd like to try it out. So let's go to the Big Valley and go to the figure 8 on this one here. We could probably try these on the Madman one as well. That might be interesting. Yeah, we're definitely going to stick with this vehicle. 23 cars on the Big Valley figure 8, 6 laps. Sounds good. Let's do it. Show you that quick summary there real quick. Real quick. Get right into this here. I'm going to keep the action going here on the channel. We're leaving 2020 behind. Racing on into 2021. Appreciate everybody stopping on by, I guess, for the entertainment that is Wreckest here on the channel. Make sure, though, that if you are liking what you see and you want to see more of it, every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Schedule shall not change, just going into the next year. Wreckfest Wednesday is here to stay on the channel, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're not in Standard, we're just in Eastern. We're just go Eastern Time. Because we're in Daylight Savings, we do observe that. So there's a difference between observing Daylight Savings Time, so it's Eastern Daylight Time, as opposed to Standard Time. We don't go back to Standard Time until after spring. And we spring back forward, right? That's all confusing, I know. I wish they would just leave that alone, but it is what it is, so we're going to deal with that. There goes nothing. We're going to do some figure 8 racing here at the Big Valley with the Ravens. Here we go. Well, we got traffic jams, I'm telling you what. I think it would be really fantastic if they were to use this vehicle in the daily challenge on the tournament aspect. I haven't seen them do that yet. We have done custom events on the Eagles Peak. Brand new track there, and we've had a lot of fun with that. I think if they were to do a daily challenge with these cars at that venue, it would be super fun. Probably only got maybe this week and maybe next week, I guess, before the end of Season 7 comes up here. Hoping I do get that season challenge, I guess, knocked out before then. I would hate to have to finish up the season without getting a minimum of a bronze on that season challenge. So far, I am trophyless on that season challenge for Season 7. We're up to 6, halfway through. Oh, we're getting it. We're getting it. Oh, my goodness. We're up to 4th. Couple laps to go. 3rd. All right, baby, let's go. Top 2 in front of me. Watch that intersection. Oh, my goodness. We're eating it. We're eating it. We got one more to get. There's the lead. See if we can hold on to it this last lap. This car handles so insanely well, and I have never had to adjust the setup on this thing. Oh, that was close. Yikes! Gotta watch that intersection. That intersection got super crazy. Very busy intersection there. Wow, so much fun driving. These Ravens are just a hell of a blast to drive. Doesn't seem to matter what track you put them on. They're just a lot of fun to drive. All right, level 82 already acquired. A little replay of the action there. Gets as far as from that last event. All right, where else do we want to go here? Where have we not taken these Ravens yet? Where have we not gone yet? Almost thinking maybe a little bit longer circuit, such as the either the Hill Street or the where to go? Yeah, the Motor City or the Hilltop. Where's the Hilltop one? Where's the Hilltop? There's Hill Street, that's what I meant. Let's try these at the Hill Street. I think we'll do it at this one here. A little bit longer of a circuit. I may have done this one already. I apologize if I do this. These things are so much fun to drive, though. They're just insanely fun to drive. And like I said, I have not had any reason to have to change the setup on it at all, as far as the tweak the tuning on it. Super crazy. So hazy sunrise, why not? That sounds good. Let's do it. Do it to it. Here goes nothing. Alrighty then. Not gonna tune it. Going right for it. 20th out of 24 as usual. Just gonna eat it. Oh goodness. Got all the way up to a top 5 in just that one corner. Let's go. Gotta watch this hairpin there. This hairpin can always get you. And this thing just hooks right up, man. Oh! Got the lead out of that too. Yeah, buddy. See ya? They all were right behind me. They want it just as bad as I do. Robin's racing though. This is reminding me so much about the time attack event that they had for season 5, I think it was, for the getaway. Yeah, that was the when they introduced the cop car and the bullet and all that. That's going all the way back to that's when this track was introduced back a couple seasons ago. Thank you for taking them out. Oh goodness, I got put in the wall there. Oh man, I got so much help there. I see how you are. I think that was a lap car too. One of those is the leader right there. I think it's the one going right to the corner. I think that other car that just ahead of me It's a lap car. Yeah, this definitely reminded me a lot of that time attack event that they had for Season 5, the getaway dash. Oh my goodness, I spun out. Whoopsie! Too much steering input there. Out of my way, fool. Oh man, carried him right into that. Gathered up. We're only halfway done. Out of my way, fool. Whoa, man, I keep spinning myself out there. Where's this leader at, though? I got one more spot to get the lead back. Oh, that was for position. Took it back. I don't know where this leader's at, though. Gotta catch this leader. Where's the leader at? Ooh, I see you. Oh man, just missed that. That was crazy. Nice drift car. Oh man, try to yeet it. That didn't work out too well. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to catch this leader. Is that him? Is that the leader? Oh man, I tried to yeet that sucker. Last lap. Ooh, that was a front position. Oh, spun out, no! Losing ground here now. Getting too greedy. Getting sloppy. Yep, there's a winner. Yeah, that was a bubble jump. I ended up winning it. I ended up having to settle for a top 3. Not a bad run though. That was solid. That was absolutely solid. I can appreciate it. Yeah, so we've been trying this Raven out against some plenty of different car venues here, and just about everyone we throw it at it. We throw the Raven at there. It's just super fun to drive. There's just not much more to say about that. Lots of fun to drive. Alright, let's continue on that. Where else can we take this thing? Where else do we want to take this thing? Let's see what we got here for options. Okay, so we got the hilltop. We have taken them over here already with Hill Street. Let's see what else we got here. The Tri-Bend. Right, let's do the Tri-Bend. So we got the Wild Circuit. That's got some chicanes and stuff in it. Got the reverse and the main circuit. Let's do the main circuit, why not? Let's do it. Hazy Sunrise, that sounds good. Let's go. Let's do some Tri-Bend with the Ravens here. Definitely can put these on pretty much anything. You can do road course styles, longer circuits, shorter circuits. It doesn't matter. It likes them all. And even without having a tweak on the setup on it whatsoever. Still have found no reason to have to tune it. 20 out of 24. Here goes nothing. Just notice that dude's name, Dr. Dangler Noodle. I read that right. Robin's racing. Oh, goodness. Yowza, what's your set? Oh man, these dudes are all over the place. You would think this one was the Wild Circuit, not the main circuit. They're just going at it at each other. Top 10 so far. Better him than me. Oh, look at them all. One more spot to get the lead. We got the lead. One lap to go. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. That deserves one of these. Got some free audio commands. For all you users to be able to use it as well, you have the option there, exclamation point audio in the chat. I'll give you a list of all those available audio commands there. Feel free to use those at your pleasure. Regardless of status on the channel there, they're all freely to use. Just keep in mind that any one of the audio commands that do get used are on a 1-minute cooldown. Alright, so we're having some fun here. So we're doing a little bit of custom events here. Okay, that's another one in the books here for the Raven there, being able to throw this pretty much any kind of track at this car. Doesn't seem to phase it one bit. Alright. Alright, so we got that we tasted, we tickled that I guess a little bit, I guess, as far as to get a little bit of customs in there, just to kind of take a little bit of a break from the tournament aspect there. I want to get back into that because I am so set on trying to get that season challenge. Get that monkey off the back. Alright, let's go back into the tournament aspect here. We need to get this thing taken care of here. We got a pretty significant deficit here to make up for. Next to, what do we got there? Like about 67,000 we gotta make up for. 70,000? Not quite 70,000. Just under 70,000 anyway. Just doing the quick math on it. A lot of points. It's a lot of points I still need to get on that. Just to get bronze, mind you. I'm not even thinking about getting gold. Alright, let's go ahead and load this up. We'll tune this car up here. Let's see if we can't get this monkey off her back. Finish off 2020, I guess, on a high note, being able to get this season challenge taken care of. Get that minimum of a bronze. That's all I'm asking for. Doesn't seem too much to ask for, I don't feel. Am I wrong? As far as that being too much to ask for? I don't think it is. Alright, here we go. Eagles Peak coming up. Get the season challenge going. We need to tune this thing. I don't want to forget about that. Definitely needs to be tuned. So we're going to put the suspension there. Braking over there. Open that differential up. We're going to leave the gearing right where it's at. Doesn't seem to matter where I put it on that that whole scale of the gearing. It's just either the gears are too short or way too tall. In either case, it just ends up forcing me to have to do a lot of shifting on this track for this event. Doesn't seem to be any way around that. But I am bound and determined to get this gosh darn bronze in the season challenge here. I shall not be defeated. Oh, getting a little bit of help there. Don't need that kind of help though. Oh, I landed right on top of that dude. I was like right on his rear bumper. That was crazy. Woo, baby. Hold on to it. Yeah. Biggie. We're up to. Nice. 6th place. Not too bad. Oh man, I totally blew that corner. Totally blew it. I didn't anticipate it sooner than I needed to. As soon as I needed to, I should say. Oh man, I gotta quit drifting so far out of that corner. Yeah, it should be up to like a 4.0, if not 5-point multiplier at this point, so I kind of screwed up. Just go to show you cannot miss a mark. You cannot miss a mark. You gotta be on point. Last lap. Gotta be on point. close to landing. Gonna control the drifts a little bit. Yeet! Oh man, oh god. That could have been really ugly. Somewhat saved it. I don't even think we hit 200,000 on that one, unfortunately. Nope, 187. Yeah, but it just goes to show. 228, the best run there without running into any problems getting up in front. Prior to the last lap, the third lap, it nets us a little better than 228,000, but obviously you can see the deficit. We need to have 291, 358 to get that bronze. It's just not enough. It's just not enough. All right. Restarting. We're going to keep the tune right where it's at. It all really comes down to just being able to drive the track. Gotta yeet this thing a little harder. Just the right amount of yeet, though. Out of my way. This thing does not take damage very well either. It's not very well girded, but it holds on though. I have never gotten to the point where I completely killed the car. I get it pretty banged up, that's for sure, but not to the point where it was unable to finish. Oh man, I drift. Oh no. Oh no! And then I got help there. That killed us. Yep, definitely want to stay away from that happening. Now all the way back down to 1.5. Don't. Yep, you can't miss a mark. You just can't miss a mark. We're just gonna ride this out and see what we can't salvage out of this. Not gonna be one of the better runs, that's for sure. Oh my goodness, did I yeet that? I yeeted that so hard. I was actually thinking that was the last lap. Yeah. Yeah. Killed the landing. Out of my way, fool! Yeah, definitely not one of the better runs. Salvaged it pretty well. Especially considering that I thought that when I yeeted it through that corner there, coming to the finish line there, I thought that was the last lap. I definitely was, I'm not gonna lie. Restart. Alright, so we went up the middle last time. Try this inside again here. We've gone inside and the middle. I don't know if that one lane is better than the other. I'd like to say the inside line is usually the best place. That's the shortest way around the track, but as you can see, it has its challenges doing that. Ooh. Wrecked that landing. I tried so hard to get up to like a 4 point in that first lap. 2.8. Oh, easy. Watch the landing. Keep drifting out too far in these corners. I know I got to turn. I just don't anticipate that corner. Oh no. Out of my way, dude. Holding me up. I'm off to a 3 point. Oh, yeah, we're getting some help. We're getting some help. We didn't need that. Didn't need that. Well, we got up to a 4 point. Okay, I don't even think that get us 200,000 though. Nope. So even giving up to the 4 point, I got it to the very last lap, coming up to that last stretch there. So a little too late. Definitely a little too late. We got to get it sooner. It's all about getting that up to that point sooner than later. Be able to get the points that we need. Get that bronze. Alright. Take a little bit of a breather here. Just catch a breath. Stretch it out. This is a workout, especially if you're trying to do these events here with the wheel, which I highly recommend. If you do have the ability to be able to play this game with the wheel, definitely get a workout. Guarantee you. It is a given. Alrighty then. Just kind of recollect myself here. I got a got a fresh mindset here. Now I've gone up the middle as far as on the start here, as well as on the inside. Doesn't really seem to have any advantage over the one or the other. Although logically it would make sense to go on the inside because that is the shortest way around the track, as goes for pretty much any type of circuit like that. All right. Restart. Here goes. Keep the tuning right where it's at. I think this is probably the best we're going to get it. Definitely the best we're going to get it. All right. It's just all the shifting too. It's kind of really gets to me. Oh, that was a really good corner. Oh, and then I screwed it up there. Dang it. Gotta watch these landings. The fact that we jump, I'm gonna restart this. The fact that we jump, you really gotta get the landings. You don't get the landings, that could totally screw you up. So if you can nail the landings and just maintain that momentum and that forward progression there, even better. Oh my goodness! Watch it, watch it. Dang it. And up to 3.5 in the first lap. That's solid. Okay. Hold on to it though. Oh goodness, I got a lot of help there. Oh, don't drift so far, dang it. Keep it on the inside of that corner. You drift so much, dang it. Just drifting so far. Dang it. That hurt. Still got a 3.5. Okay, that should be over 200. 201. Yep, just barely. Holy smokes. Whew. Yep, I just had a couple little faults there, and it obviously shows. Guess as far as doing that, you definitely got to hit your marks, not miss a beat, and we should have it. But oh man, some of these corners though, I know where I'm drifting out way too far. That's killing way too much time, you know. But it's hard to balance out as far as like when you're up in the air. You gotta both nail the landing, but not start turning too soon, I guess, before you land, because that's gonna blow your landing. So you have to time it just right as far as when you land and being able to keep it tight, I guess, to the inside of that corner, so you can make that and anticipate that corner coming out after the jump. It's hard to balance that out. So dang tough to balance that out. Alright, we're restarting. Here we go. Going again. Make sure our tune's still there. Still all good. Oh, he just took those tires off. That's crazy. Tires everywhere. Oh, that dang, that landing. Oh, I just hit him. All kinds of weird. Man, he landed on top of me. Nope. That was, oh man. That was messy. Nothing I can do about that. We're going to see if we can't salvage out of that. I would have liked to have been much higher on the multiplier in that first lap. But see what we can salvage out of it. Drifting way too much there after that jump there. Dang it. Can't seem to do anything more about that without destroying my landing. See, I want to turn while I'm in midair there so I can take this corner. It's just, if I do that, it's just going to wreck my landing. And by that, it's just turning the wheel while I'm midair, so that when I land, I can start turning. Oh man, blew that corner. I started turning, but it doesn't want to turn. Just kind of, I don't know. I feel like I'm doing everything that I need to do, I guess, as far as to anticipate these corners. See that I'm just drifting here, too. Gotta stay to that inside of that corner. Maintain that momentum. I drift way out like that, that's just using way too much time. Every one of these corners, I'm just blowing them. Trying to compensate for that leap in the air, though. Yep. Not the best run. Let's go back up to that one there. So, let's see. Do I got any more? Let's go to this one here, actually. Let's go on this side of the... You haven't heard these yet? Try all these musical selections out there and make sure gives me good benchmarkers as far as which ones are going to work for me and which ones won't, as far as bringing the content over the YouTube channel prior to leaving them up on the channel here on Twitch. I guess for all you folks to enjoy. I guess we'd even post back of the live streams. I do appreciate everybody dropping on by here, even if you are in the lurk capacity. Hope you are enjoying the entertainment that is Wreckest here. And if you are, make sure you hit the follow button on the channel. Get the notifications when the streams are going live. I will be streaming again here on the channel for Farmer Friday. Whether or not I will be going over, it depends on how it works out with what I've been working on the Dairyland map. If it does tend to work out, I guess prior to Farmer Friday, I'll be showing some of that off. And if not, I will be at bare minimum, I guess, to be continuing the playthrough of the Alpine expansion over on the Erlingrat. Yeah, there's a word on the Alpine map, at least anyway, in the Alpine expansion. Also using the precision farming. So if that doesn't necessarily suit your fancy, make sure you tune on in for Farmer Friday. Start at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on the channel. We're restarting here. Just making sure everything is running smooth there. We did have a little bit of an overheating problem there. We had to put some coolant in the engine there to cool things down there, and I think everything is running smooth. We're still okie dokie smoky. Alright. If the audios do necessarily come across as too noisy, I guess for you folks out there, definitely let me know so I can adjust that accordingly. They are coming in fine on my end, but it doesn't necessarily mean they are insufficient on y'all's end, so make sure that you do let me know that. I will correct that accordingly. Alright, here we go. Yay! Oh man! Oh, we gotta apply the proper amount of yeet though. We're getting a little bit of a push there, I guess from behind. That was not cool. Oh my goodness! I'm restarting that one. I didn't like that at all. Did not like that. Didn't care for that at all. How y'all like it? Yeah, definitely no good on the outside there. It will not let you in on the inside. They will push you all over the place if you get on the outside of the course. If they're gonna push me at all, I'd rather push me more towards the inside. Wow, bog that up. Run him away, fool. Just keep drifting out too far in them corners. drift so far. Dang it. I don't know how else to fix that without ruining the landing. I'm being airborne. Wrecked car there, another course there. Oh, you got destroyed. Nail the landing. Oh, exit. I can't. There we go. Turn, 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 turn. Oh my goodness. It's pushing so bad. Unbelievable. I might have to change the suspension on a little bit so I can get a little bit better steering as far as once I land after the jump. I gotta do something. Because that pushing once I land there, it's killing me. It's killing the run. Alright, so I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some of the stiffness out of the suspension here. Go more this direction. Take it a tick down. It's going to take some of the cornering away. Yep, 6.4 to 5.7. But this is only taking into consideration as far as like, it's not taking into consideration this particular track, right? So these values here don't really mean a whole lot when it comes to so the fact that it's a higher cornering value doesn't mean it's going to get you better cornering on this track. That's become very apparent to me. So in some cases you do have to kind of sacrifice this and lower this down here to get you a better run. That's definitely been proven for as many times as I've attempted this so far. 3.5 on the first lap. It's only up from here. That's much better. .5.0, there we go. Going in the last lap. Drift a little bit more than I wanted to. You can see how much it just loses and just misses. So much gear shift. And then a bog out there. turned out to be a really good run, folks. This is going to be one of the best runs yet. Isn't going to be enough, though. Isn't enough. No! 30,000 short now. Man. That was probably about as perfect a run I could have done so far. Still 30,000 short. We cut it in half, though, as far as the deficit, though, at least, anyway. Ay, yakanamba. That was a solid run, though. You have to say, it definitely helped, I guess, to adjust the suspension the way I did. Definitely did. Alright. Now I'm really determined. Super determined. Keeping the setup right where it was at. Big bucks, no whammies. Oh man, we got together in midair there. That was ugly. Super ugly. That may have killed the run. This one's garbage. I'm doing it over. That's 2 screw ups too many. That mid-air collision there and then just yeet in that corner. Oh my goodness. Hold on to it. Nope. That was garbage too. Son of a biscuit. Need to stay out of those wrecks. Gotta have a perfect, flawless run. If I'm gonna have any chance at all of cleaning up this deficit. I know I'm asking a lot, I guess, as far as especially something coming like Wreckest, but you almost can't wreck at all. Not at all. Crap. Oh man, I tried to get way too much out of it. Way too much out of it I tried to get. Alright. The fact that I'm that close now, it just goes to show it's got to be a clean run. You can't wreck. If you wreck, spin out, anything, don't maintain forward progression, you're not going to get squat. Holy crap. It's a little too far off. Gosh, dang it, I thought I fixed that problem. Just drifting out too darn far up those jumps. Oh, God. Man, I'm fighting that corner so bad after that jump. Just stay on the inside. Oh, damn. Fighting that guy on my outside. Turn, you son of a gun. Yeah, I think that's going to be 2:45. Yeah, so we're a little bit under. So we had 2:61 as our best time so far. Not time, but as a number of points at least anyway. So daggone close. Alright. It's gotta be a clean run. Clean run. Nothing more to it. Restart. It may come down to it where I might have to discontinue, come back into it. Might get a fresh set of AI behavior and so on. That isn't necessarily a thing sometimes with this game. I've just been restarting, which is basically just restarting the same AI behavior over and over and over and over and over again. In fact, I might just go ahead and do that. Let's get out of this. And we're going to load it back up. Get it fresh. Clear out all that AI behavior and so on. I can always go back to this weekly challenge here too. So stinking close there. So we can go back in here. We're 261. Only got about a 30,000 deficit now. So darn close. Well, let's do some weekly challenge here. Why not? Let's do this. We haven't gotten our trophy in this one yet. So I'm kind of bouncing around all over the place, but it gives a little bit of a different mindset, I guess, as far as being able to get something accomplished in other areas, and hopefully give you a better focus, I guess, coming into these challenges here and these events that can't seem to quite get. The thing on this event, with this arena, as far as all the dunes, you know, the little hills on there, if you can avoid the hills, it's probably better. Otherwise, you're just jumping over cars and just missing them all together. It's better just to stay away from the mounds. That's what I've come to find with this event anyway. Haven't found it necessary to tune this in either. Let's go. Let's go see if we can avoid the hills altogether. Might be easier said than done, but I mean, if you get pushed into one, that's one thing, but piece of him. Said I was going to stay away from the ghosts. Going against what I practice and what I preach. Seek and destroy. Yeah, see, the jumps just don't help at all. If anything, it makes you jump over the dudes, disallowing you to hit them. How did I miss that guy? Good hit. Love tap. Ah, I totally missed him. Yeah. We either need more time or we need to get more points, I guess, for these hits here. I think we're getting kind of cheated, I guess, on the points we get in some of these hits, I feel. That's just what it seems like. Just what it seems like. All the more reason why I can see why that score for bronze is so low. That's a normal score we see for the daily challenges. Getting a little bit of a lift there. I'm away, dude. Good grief. All that. Man, they're so scattered. You get so scattered out, and I hate taking the hills because they're useless. They put you in such a bad way. You can get them coming off that jump, that's for sure. Reset. Yeah, I feel like we should get more points for doing that. That car was next to dead. Just not rewarding as many points as I feel it should be. Wasting too much time trying to chase these dudes down. Oh, I totally missed. Dang it. Yeah, I didn't get any points for him at all. He might have been flaming, I don't know. Yeah, this is crazy. They get so scattered out, and all the hits that I do get, it doesn't seem to reward as many points as it should be getting. I feel like this is next to impossible. If there's any such thing as you almost have to have a pretty clean demo here. I mean, as far as to get a hit every turn you make here. From getting so scattered out like that, it's almost impossible. Run out of time again. They seem to respawn quite more frequently too, because if you look at the hit meters on them, they're like refreshed. Like you look at them one point, you know they're down, and then you look at them again, and they're already up again. It's like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Let's try this one again. There's got to be a trick to this one here too. Hate when I miss them. Solely sucks when you miss them. Seek and destroy. So look at them all. They're all scattered. I don't even know where to go. Because I know if I try to gun for one, it's just not going to be there. I want to try to hit it. Just like that. Barely got him. See, and when they hit you, that doesn't count you for squat. You don't get nothing from that. You have to hit them just like that. I'm missing something. You get nothing from that. That's crazy. Yep, still broken, in my opinion. Got something from that. Yeah. So yeah, spend so much time just chasing guys down that are next to dead, and that's it. As I can't seem to even break that 3,000 mark on these things. Super broken, I feel. Super broken, I feel. Alright, let's, what have we not heard on this list so far? I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, we just heard that one already. Let's do this one here. This one's kind of an upbeat. I like that one. Cool. Hope everyone is enjoying it, at least anyway, as far as my struggle. trying to get through some of these challenges here on here. If you are having the same type of troubles, let me know. Help me feel a little bit better, get some first fact that I'm not the only one struggling so really hard. Okay. I got nothing out of any of that. Nothing. See, they hit me. 11 points for that. How the heck did I get up to 4th gear? I don't need 4th gear. Oh my goodness, I missed all kinds of opportunity there. Better off just maybe going all the way around outside this track here. Let's see how this works. Maybe let them come to me. I don't know. They do seem to hang out quite a bit over on this side. Get him, get him, get him! Oh, yeah. Yeah, they seem to be more on this dirt side. Oh, now they're all over here. Got a piece of them, I think, there, at least anyway. How did I miss that? Oh my goodness. Wow. That hit was in the bag. See, they just get all scattered. It's like by the time you get to them, it's like they're just gone. You get the rare occasion like that, but wow. And then you get a group of cluster cars like that, and it's like, okay, which one do I go for? Chasing this guy down. Nothing out of that. Crazy. There's got to be a particular strategy to this one here. I don't know. The hills definitely do tend to take away from it quite a bit. The whole... I don't know. Let's see. See how they move. I don't blame them, but it's crazy. They don't tend to stick around in any one particular area. They do get really scattered out, and they linger around one area, I guess, for a little bit. So They got a certain pattern, I'm sure, though. I don't know here. Missing so much. Heals are garbage. They don't do a squatting thing other than make you miss a hit. That's all they do. I'm looking for a really big hit. See one that's next to dead, that's going to be big points. See these guys like this, they don't get as much more. So like this guy, right over here. Oh man, he hit me. That counted it for him hitting me. That's garbage. 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 I guess that's what I find myself doing at this point. Finding the ones that are next to dead, those are the ones that you're going to get the most points for. And by that, the hit meter's down really low. You get more points for those guys. I spend more time chasing those guys down, I guess, to get more points, and just run out of time. $71 points out of all that mess. Garbage. He was just sitting there, just come hit me. Shoot, dang it. I should be getting a lot more points than that. I just... If I can break this 3,000 mark, that'd be fantastic. I missed that, dude. Yeah, see, they respawn back in really fast. There's the 3,000 mark. Okay. Alright. Making a believer out of me then. That's about all it's gonna give me too. Get so scattered out. It's crazy trying to chase these guys down. My goodness. Alright, so at least I got past the 3,000 mark. There's that. There is that. Alright, restarting this. Now that I know that that's possible, and how I got it, see if we can't do it again. Now get a little bit better too. In the process. Look how scattered they get though. Just gotta bide your time. Just keeping in mind you only have so much time. That little guy can never seem to get you. Red and orange car right there. F that guy. Oops, couldn't turn enough to get him. It's not that agile. Oh my goodness, I'm missing so many hits. Hits I should be getting, I'm missing them. Dang it. That should have been more points. That's garbage. How am I... Seriously, how am I missing all that? Yeah, all those cars there. I should have hit something. Unbelievable. Reset. Trying to understand the dynamics of this. I mean, I know what I got to do. I got to hit guys like these more than anything. I need to totally kill them, be able to get the maximum points on it. Guys like that one, he's not worth as much. But they seem to be respawning so fast because it's like there's so many of them out here that have a higher hit meter. Time. This is garbage. It's like impossible, but it makes sense as far as like why that bronze, the number of points in the bronze is so low. 4,099 at this point. Okay. No, we need to go back up here. Let's go back up here. Let's go to this one. Kind of been all through that stream this, and I'm gonna have to find some more musical selections for that. Just kind of give some ambience, I guess, as far as that. Just looking for an alternative, I guess, to the soundtrack that does come with Wreckest there. It will get you not necessarily a copyright strike or a DMCA, but it will get your videos blocked, I guess, on YouTube. That's for sure. Become very apparent to me, I guess, as far as then. The last couple of days, Marty McFly. Just notice there's a Marty McFly out here. That's great. We have a Marty McFly that's participating in the tournament here. Some of these names, though, it's funny. Super funny. Alright. Restarting. So our car here is not living up to its name as far as being a meat grinder. We're kind of not living up to it at all. Stalemate. Reset. Reset. Oh, God. That got us nothing for getting hit. It's very different, I guess, as far as when you get hit as opposed to hitting somebody else. Don't seem to get anything more for just tumbling another car either. It's like it only counts the initial hit and that's it. I haven't even gotten totally destroyed to the point where I've had to respawn. Oh, they just scattered. It's crazy. Terrible. It's terrible. That's all I got out of that? Oh my God. I don't get it. I mean, I thought I got it, but apparently not. I should be getting more points for some of these hits. This guy's just about dead. There's some points. We need more guys like that. No! Put this guy up here against the wall. Totally just yeeted right over top of him. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Nope. Love tap out of that one. They almost need to give more time or more points. One of the things, one of the two has got to happen. Either get more points for hits, or they give you more time. This just seems impossible. The fact that I've broken to 3,000 just barely. It's ridiculous. This is just to get bronze. It's like, good grief. Wow. Heck with trying to get silver or gold. Just trying to get that baby widow points. Pushing that guy all over the place and not getting any additional points for that either. Just dragging him around. Love tap. He's trying to gun for that grocery getter. I got clobbered in the process there. Just freshly respawn. Can I break that 3,000 mark again? That's the other question. Done it once. Can I do it again? Getting close. I run out of time. Yeah, pretty close. Not quite. No cigar. Alrighty then, folks. I think that is going to about do it there. I'm going to continue. Hopefully, by next time, and it'll be in the new year, we'll get that done. Hopefully I can bring good news as far as we can get this done. It's been a relatively slow night here. Not a whole heck of a lot of chit-chat in here, and that's completely understandable. I appreciate all the lurks in the chat, I guess, for a Wreckest Wednesday here. I think this is about where I'm going to call it good to go, and I'm just going to soak in, I guess, everything that's just transpired here, I guess, on the stream here. We were at least able to get some of the daily challenges taken care of. I shouldn't say some of them. We did get all of them. We got at least a bronze in all of them. But these weekly challenges and the season challenge are still eluding us. We did cut into the deficit for getting the bronze. Here's a little bit. So there is that. We're edging ever so closer, I guess, to be able to get that bronze in the season challenge. I'm going to continue to crunch away at this post-vac there. And hopefully, like I said, be able to relay, I guess, some really good news, I guess, prior to the end of this year, 2020. Coming out on a positive note. Getting that monkey off the back so we can get that trophy, I guess, prior to the end of 2020. So, with all that being said, again, I appreciate everybody that did drop by for the stream. If you like what you see, if you're new to the channel, if you'd like to see more of it, make sure you're hitting the follow button on the channel. Get the notifications for the stream if you're live. Also, feel free to check out the social medias. You got the Rock Nation Discord. Always welcome in new people. Lots of things to be able to check out over on the Rock Nation Discord. I do post there on the regular as far as things going on in between streams. We always like to hang out there in some cases there. So if that's something you're looking to do, feel free to check that out. I'm also on the Twitter. And we have our Spline Design Studios Facebook group page. That serves as our forums for the website of the modding group I belong to, Spline Design Studios. The website is splinedesignstudios.com. Feel free to go on over there and check it out. Appreciate it if you do. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. Looking forward to Farmer Friday on Farmer for Friday. This Friday, that'll be the next time we're streaming on the channel. We will see you all again, hopefully then. Bye for now.